Hey everyone, we're going to install this HES 1006 door strike into this door frame today, and we're going to be using a multi-tool to cut it out. First thing we're going to do, take this plate off and then lay out where we're going to cut our strike. One thing I do want to mention is this skirt that I like to install with the HES 1006. We want to measure out our footprint from the outside of where the skirt is. It makes it a lot easier. We've got a lot of overlay here, so we can go a little thick on our lines, but we're going to install it with this skirt. Most of the time when you draw your lines for this skirt, if you don't have the skirt, these lines right here usually line up with the strike pretty close and just going a little over that. But here, where we are putting the skirt, you can see we've got almost a quarter inch, if not more here. So I just put my skirt up to the door frame and just make sure that my lines are going to be marked out above and below where the skirt sits. In getting the position back here, we know that there's going to be a beauty plate on the front. So we've got to compensate for that plate. So this has to sit far enough back to where you're going to be able to get the strike in and the beauty plate on top of that. So that's usually where I make my mark. And I always do everything with mechanical pencil and tri-square. Lines laid out, I'm going to drill a 1/4 inch or a 3/8 hole right here for my multi-tool, and just make sure that you measure twice, cut once. So this is the 3/8 hole to take the multi-tool and do the vertical cut. Makes it a lot easier. These horizontals aren't bad, but we'll get this all cut out with the multi-tool. Make sure you use your hearing protection because it is very loud. Okay, so here's the first part cut out. Now in order to accommodate the strike, and that was under 3 minutes. I think it was like 2 minutes 40 seconds after you get all the prep work done. Now in order to accommodate the strike, we have to cut out this inner part. Nice thing about this multi-tool, it's got the reach to do that. And then also have to take out this drywall back to this point right here. That way the strike can fit into the pocket. So took my multi-tool, cut most of this out. I'm going to try to take my Chinese and pull this metal out by just kind of working it back and forth. Sometimes it comes free pretty easily. Took my multi-tool, ran it behind the drywall right along this seam. I'm going to take my file, clean it up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Alright, so sometimes these are not too bad to cut, sometimes they're a pain in the butt. This one wasn't too bad. I guess total time, including making this video, it's about 15 minutes. Sometimes I can get them done in 5. So the nice thing about that multi-tool is it has the reach to go in here and cut some of this out. Makes it easy for the strike to go into place. I've done my prep work. I was able to get in here before they put the drywall on, so I have my pathways nice and big. Not really gonna struggle with running that. I'll show you what the final product looks like once I get all of this filed down and installed. So in order to accommodate the strike and the plate that goes on top of the strike, sometimes you gotta take your Chinese, bend these back a little bit, open this up a little bit. Makes it a little awkward to put the screws in, but usually those will grab and straighten out. So this is what the finished product looks like. Got the beauty plate on there. I think that makes it look a little bit nicer. And then what I'll do is I'll just make some marks where the dead latch is, and I make sure whatever beauty plate or cover here, make sure that it has enough opening for the dead latch. These screws kind of go in wonky when you bend that metal out, but it's not too bad. You just want to make sure this is flush here, make sure your beauty plate's flush, and then test the functionality of it, clean it up.